Greetings, citizens of the United States of America. This weekend, WikiLeaks disclosed the details of a system known as Trapwire that uses facial recognition and other techniques including high-end artificial intelligence to track and monitor individuals using countless internet-enabled closed-circuit cameras operated by cities and other institutions including private businesses. This program also monitors all social media on the internet. The software is built as a method to prevent terrorism, but can of course also be used to provide unprecedented surveillance and data mining capabilities to governments and corporations, including many with a history of using new technologies to violate the rights of citizens. Trapwire is already used in New York, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Texas, Washington, D.C., London, and other high-value target areas around the USA. The ex-CIA agents who helped run the firm are old friends of Stratfor Vice President Fred Burton, whom they've briefed on their own capabilities in emails obtained by anonymous hackers and provided to WikiLeaks. Stratfor has engaged in several surveillance operations against activists, such as those advocating for victims of the Bhopal disaster, on behalf of large U.S. corporations. Fred Burton has been exposed to have advocated bankrupting and ruining the life of activists like Julian Assange, in emails uncovered by Anonymous. Trapwire is very expensive to maintain, and is typically done so at taxpayer expense. Los Angeles County alone has spent over $1.4 million on the software's use in a single 3-month period in 2007. Although most of the regions in which Trapwire operates do not share information with each other, but this is set to change. In an email from Abraxas Applications President Dan Botch to Fred Burton,
"I think over time the different networks will begin to unite."
He then mentions that several networks had already begun discussions on merging their information. Abraxas itself has always had the ability to cross-match surveillance from every region at their own office. By June 2011, Washington, D.C. police were engaged in a pilot project under the Department of Homeland Security that's likely to lead to more cities using Trapwire on a more integrated basis. Trapwire was developed in 2007 by Abraxas Applications, a subsidiary of Abraxas. They have also been involved in a lesser-known practice called persona management, which involves the use of fake online personalities to gather intelligence and/or disseminate disinformation on surveilled subjects. The firm Intrepid, created by Cubic Corporation, which is the parent company of Abraxas, won a 2010 CENTCOM contract to provide these capabilities for use in foreign countries. Several board members of Intrepid are also board members for Abraxas. As we learn more about Trapwire and similar systems, it becomes clear that we must shut the system down and render it useless. An artificial intelligence, able to monitor us through a combination of CCTV cameras and online social media feeds, is monstrous and Orwellian in its implications and possibilities. The People's Liberation Front, and Anonymous, will now put forth a call to arms and initiate the destruction of this evil and misbegotten system. We will use the following tactics to accomplish this goal. Number 1. The PLF and Anonymous will work closely with WikiLeaks and Project PM together, analyze, disclose and disseminate as much information as possible about Trapwire and its related technologies and programs. Already, much has been learned. They are scared of this. Many sites and repositories of data on Trapwire are disappearing, being taken down by those who do not want you to know the truth. At the time of this writing, WikiLeaks is experiencing a massive DDoS attack in an attempt to conceal this information from the public. We want to educate the general public regarding Trapwire, and to move them to pressure their representatives to enact laws against using taxpayer dollars to fund programs of mass surveillance, and to pass laws outlawing the creation of future programs of this type. Number 2. Smash a Cam Saturday. Trapwire has access to virtually all cameras that have internet connectivity. We have prepared an initial database of these cameras across the U.S., and we will continue to expand this knowledge base. While this database is a good guide to high-priority camera targets, we encourage everyone to target any internet-connected camera. We are asking everyone to disable at least one device per week, on what we are calling Smash a Cam Saturday. We have provided a document with different tactics and strategies for disabling or destroying these eyes of the beast.
But Why destroy CCTV cameras?
Trust your instincts, but if you need intellectual justification, then, to quote Dr. Clive Norris and Gary Armstrong of the Centre for Criminology and Criminal Justice at Hull University, UK,
the gaze of the cameras does not fall equally on all people on the street, but on those who are stereotypically predefined as potentially deviant. Or they are singled out through appearance and demeanor by operators, and labeled as unrespectable. In this way, youth, particularly those already socially and economically marginal, may be subject to even greater levels of authoritative intervention and official stigmatization, and rather than contributing to social justice through the reduction of victimization, CCTV will merely become a tool of injustice through the amplification of differential and discriminatory policing. They are an instrument of social control and discipline. They facilitate production of anticipatory conformity, the certainty of rapid deployment to observe deviance, and the compilation of individualized dossiers of the monitored population.
And from Professor Jason Ditton of Sheffield University,
what we have been able to show is that CCTV didn't reduce crime. If anything, it has increased, and it didn't reduce fear of crime. If anything, there was a slight increase in anxiety.
Number 3. As stated above, this monster doesn't just have eyes that need gouging out, it also has ears. Trapwire constantly monitors social media. The company that developed Trapwire also works on something called sock puppet programs. These are projects designed to create thousands of fake personas on social media. We will turn this idea and software against them, creating thousands of phony accounts and use them to produce a deluge of false triggers for the Trapwire program, essentially drowning it in white noise. Number 4. Hack and DDoS companies and/or local government networks which are using Trapwire to stop them from continuing the use of Trapwire services. And finally, number 5. The People's Liberation Front and Anonymous will do what we do best. We will find, hack, and destroy the servers where the AI electronic brain of this program is housed. Operation Trapwire is a direct action initiated by Anonymous. Trapwire is but one instance of how the government of the USA has turned against its own citizens, designating them as suspects and enemies. It is now time for those citizens to rise and take back their rights, their country and their freedom. Welcome to the Second American Revolution.
We are anonymous. We do not forgive. We do not forget. You should have expected us, but this time, you won't see us coming.